Sanlam Boland Top 12 finals time, live from Boland Stadium in Wellington. It is the most anticipated final in the history of the Sanlam Boland Top 12. It is Roses United versus Saldanha, and it's the first time that these two teams compete in a final in the league. For more than 200 rugby clubs in the Boland, more than 200,000 registered rugby players, these two teams have risen to the top. The atmosphere is palpable, the gees is infectious, and we are set for a quite brilliant final. Joining me in commentary today, Eugene Molion. What a day we've had.
Mr. Stroud, I am looking forward to this. The weeks have gone, the round robins are gone, the semi-finals last week, they've come and gone, and these two teams have ended up top of the pops here, and they will contest this eagerly anticipated, as you said, Sanlam Boland Top 12 final. It is gonna be magnificent. Two teams that have finished second in their group stages. In the semi-finals, they ended up on top, and they have brought us here. Saldanha, two-time champions, up against the six-time Boland champions, Roses United, and we are got something in prospect to watch here.
Roses United, six-time champions, yet to win the new format, which is the Sanlam Boland Top 12. Saldanha played in two finals, won both finals they competed in the Sanlam Boland Top 12 in 2019 and 2022. Those were consecutive victories. We lost 2 years because of COVID, name of 2020 and 2021, but this final is teeing up to be just phenomenal.
Yeah, you got that as well. And don't forget the coaches, Randall Julius of Saldanha and then Brandon Apro, two men that have played for Boland Cavaliers again, coming together, locking horns here with their two teams playing in this Sanlam Boland Top 12 final.
Roses United beating last year's champions Robertson Town in the semi-final, and then in their turn Saldanha finished second of the log as well. They came over victorious over Villagers Worcester in the semi-final, 39 points to 27. So look at the team sheet. Saldanha, Monray Jacobs scored the fastest hat-trick in the Sanlam Boland Top 12 throughout this senior, and Samuel Grayling, the captain, he'll be someone that they'll be looking to in tight moments. A big front row in the form of Mavuso Jacobs and Latif, Brendan Murray, Emil Boyson, the Boland player in professional rugby. Stoff Bashir, that Adams, the VC, named in that Boland Top 12 team of the season. Monray Jacobs, Snyder, Hansen and Matthew Jacobs on the wings. Jordan Murray joins his captain in midfield, and Craig van Rensburg, who is a top point scorer in this year's Sanlam Boland Top 12, making up the final position.
Yeah, the captain Samuel Grayling, he's a serious ball carrier as well, but that number 15 there, Craig van Rensburg, he was the player of the match, or confident player of the match last time out here, and you got to keep an eye on him. Very elusive runner.
Lance Karabi, Ndlala Mafa, Sean Davids in the front row. Julie's a mentor being named in the team of the season. Solomon Fortuyn and Kluter. Percival Williams, the most decorated player in this final. Garth April playing in a final for his club 18 or 17 years after he's made his first appearance in a final. Lawrence combines with Easton Orense on the wing. Xavier Lee Solomons in the backfield, and then Mark Andries and Jonathan August in the midfield.
Well, this has been a squad rotation here from Brandon Apro in his team here for Roses United. They've mixed and matched here, but they've gone with the tried and tested Karabi, Davids, and then Mlafa. He's up front there as well. But there's so many men to look forward to, and you've got to look at 15 there. I'm looking forward to this battle of the 15s because Xavier Lee Solomons, he was last week's confident player. He's going to be up against it. He's had a good tournament, as like most of those men. But you got to keep an eye on Mark Andries, the inside centre for Roses. He's a very elusive runner, breaks the first tackle, likes to get over that advantage line as quickly as you can.
And the stats are very similar for both these teams, points for and against throughout the season. Roses United have had a phenomenal season. 27 wins from 28 matches. Their only defeat coming against Bottrafeed in this Sanlam Boland Top 12.
And some of the locals said that was a good sort of sign for them. You know, you need a knock somewhere along the line just to sort of reset Let's press that reset button and let's go again. And they really build on that strong defense that they also do have.
And you can see that from the points against throughout this competition. They've only conceded 132 points throughout the Sanlam Boland 12 season. Look at the weather forecast. That 34 degrees Celsius is a lie. I can tell you from the booth. And some change. Hardly any wind to speak of, and just perfect conditions if you want to go lie on the beach and get some tan.
I thought you were going to say just take a look to your right hand side, and Eugene is, well, he's looking as hot as ever, and that is not the looks. That is just the weather. But a glorious, glorious spectacle. The atmosphere here at this glorious ground in Wellington, it is brilliant, and everybody is sitting. Obviously, Roses United from this region here in Wellington, they're going to have the home support behind it, but don't forget, Saldanha brought their crowd with them as well. Down the road, busloads of them have made their way here to Wellington, to the Boland Rugby Stadium.
Saldanha coming into this final with a 100% win record over Roses in the new format of this competition, the Sanlam Boland Top 12. They've not lost against them in this format of the competition. But Roses, they've won 6 titles, the last being in 2017. They lost in the final in 2018, and that was the last time they competed in a final. And then for Sanlam, or for Saldanha, they have won both finals they competed in, and they know how to do that.
Yeah, look at the men that in the lineups. You have Percival Williams, who've won this competition 5 times. You've got a lot of men there. You've got Rugby that won it in 2017. He's won it for Saldanha in 2019 and 2022, and then we won it in 2023 for Safco.
Lance Karabi, and his father is also a legend of Boland Club Rugby. 3 titles for 3 different clubs. Can he make it a 4th for his beloved Roses United today here at Boland Park in Wellington?
Well, also Brandon April played in that 2017 final as well. With the chairman of Roses United, Mr. Herman Bailey, also played in 2017. So I'm sure they are excited as most, as Roses United have made their way to this final. The other person that played as well, Cornell, the late Cornell Hendricks, he also played in 2017. He scored 2 tries in that final, which they won 48-24. And also Garth April made his appearance as a 16-year-old boy, shall we say, or player.
Garth April, 16 years of age, 2008 he played in the final for Roses United, and here's the road to the final for both these teams, both ending up second in their log and then managing to win their respective semi-finals. It's been a powerhouse Sanlam Boland Top 12 season this year.
When the groups came out, Andre Strauss, when I saw that and saw the matchup, you couldn't pick out right who was going to finish first and second. It was powerhouse throughout this Boland Top 12. And you can see with the way it's gone, it went right down to the last game in certain pools as well. Saldanha and Robertson Town, they finished first and second. It wasn't just a matter of who was going to finish first and second in their pool. But in the others, it was very well contested this year and just shows the power of rugby in this region.
We touched on it earlier, Eugene, more than 200 rugby clubs in the Boland, over 20,000 registered players throughout those clubs, playing over 460 matches a weekend, every weekend, week out, from the start of the year till the end. And sometimes we complain about the quality of referees. Yep. You have to have 230 refs available only in the Boland for club rugby.
Yeah, and it's not just that, it's the people that watch it, and every game was streamed, going out to the community, so the likes of Saldanha playing away, they could view it on stream services as well, and that was brilliant. And those streaming numbers reach hundreds and thousands at times as well, and that's good for the region. There'll certainly be a sea of red out there for the home side of Roses, and there they come.
Alshon Davids leading his team out onto the park. Players in red, they'll be ready for this. There is Garth April in the number 10 jumper. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders today. And Easton Arons, a former Falkland player, scored 27 tries in 20 matches throughout this club season in the Boland. Jason Fortuyn knows where his strength comes from.
And a man probably coming off the bench there, Joe de Korker. He played for Robertson Town last year. He could win back-to-back here.
And the visitors, one has to say out here today, it's a neutral park here at Boland Rugby Stadium in Wellington, and Mark Andries, captain, I beg your pardon, that is Samuel Grayling, captain for Saldanha. And they're taking the easy route out, focused.
Yeah, it's a sharp contrast to what Roses did. They came out running. Saldanha, a little bit more modest approach out there, but they are well and truly focused on the job at hand.
Certainly have to focus on job at hand. If you want to call it, Eugene, if you're a betting man, who do you put your money on?
This is a tight one, and the reason why I say so is Roses United, their defense have been very good. They've only lost one game. They know how to win games. They know how to get across the line. Last week they were sort of dead and buried. They came back, scored a try and then a couple of penalties to get across that line. But Saldanha, they have been a powerhouse. They know as well how to win games, and they are well structured. And it's about, can they break that defensive line of Roses United more often than Roses United can apply attacks for them to try and break. And that is what it's going to come down to, I think. The defensive work of Roses against this well and truly well-drilled Saldanha pack. Where my money is, I haven't told you. I haven't told you where my money is.
No, I don't.
I'm sitting on the fence.
Oh, you're sitting on the fence. Smart place to be in this final. Every article you've read throughout the week has told everyone that you'd be a brave man to try and call this. Johan Bomlo on the bench today after receiving a red card in the semi-final. And he'll make an impact as he introduces himself to the game. Match officials today for this final. A lot of pressure on them, one has to say, as Shalwin Durris is going to be the man in the middle, assisted by Gabriel Mars and Keithan Ulifi. TMA today, Jamil Pandey. As we see the dignitaries going around and shaking the hands of the players. And shortly we'll hear the national anthem of South Africa performed by Cheswin Reiters.
This is a big moment where you meet the dignitaries. Yeah, you just want to get on with play, but this is also a good moment for players and officials alike there as they get down. But none so than your national anthem being played and sung.
And this is a special occasion for all involved. Stage is set, and we've got every single important person in the Winelands out here for the Sanlam Boland Top 12 final. Cheswin Reiters ready to go. Having some technical difficulties downstairs with getting the national anthem going. In the interim, let's talk about the quality of players on the park out here, Eugene. And as I say that, we're good to go.
So Sipuluka sitaba Yesu Ofeti setin tuan lema tue Sipuluke Sipuluke sitaba Yesu sitaba South Africa, South Africa. I deploy for non seyamo, I detect for non ser. Ons gepetes, waar die kranse aan word geef. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
And that was Cheswin Reiters with a beautiful rendition of the South African national anthem, Nkosi Sikelel'. And the stage is now set for a much anticipated final between these two great teams, Roses United versus Saldanha Rugby Club. This is the pinnacle of club rugby in the Boland. 12 teams from 6 different regions in the Boland compete in 2 different pools. You win your pool, you play in the semi-final, 1 or 2 in the pool play semi-final. Winners there comes here to the grand final at Boland Park.
Yeah, and let's not forget, halfway through the first half, at about 20 minutes, they'll have what is known as the Lemoenbreek. It's sort of been a pivotal moment for, it sort of seems to break momentum or it can gain you momentum as well. So players really need to think long and hard about that Lemoenbreek as well in this final. And I think on a day like this, it will be much needed.
Final conversations from the Roses United team, and so is Saldanha just getting their messages through. But as we get ready for this final, die lemoene is gesny, die druiwe is uitgepak, die glase is vol. This tyd vir Sanlam, Boland, top 12. And the stage could not be set any better.
No, it can't. And you can feel it just with the anxiety, well, the expectations, not anxiety, but expectations that this crowd is carrying here as well. The players, they just want to get stuck in. Roses have only lost 1 game all here, and they really want to finish it off, cap it off well here with another victory in the Saldanha Boland top 12. Saldanha, they are going to be strong. They're going to come out fighting, and they will have the crowd behind them as well.
It is Garth April. We talked about him as a 16-year-old, played in the final for his beloved Roses United. 17 years on, he gets another opportunity. Percival Williams is the most decorated player out on the park today, having won 6 Boland titles. And Mr. Durry says, let's get this going. Please, Garth April, send it long, which he does. Taken in by Saldanha. Hansa carries into contact. Defense is strong initially from this back. It is that man, Monray Jacobs. Monray Jacobs scored the fastest hat-trick in Sanlam Boland top 12 history, scoring a hat-trick before half-time versus Safkol earlier this year. Jacobs again coming to the edges now is Snyders on the right edge, and there's a foot into touch by Matthew Jacobs. Formerly Matthew Jacobs from Paul Boys High, a brilliant schoolboy rugby player, and certainly has some wheels.
Oh, he's got gas aplenty, just running out of real estate here on the right-hand side. But if you think you've come to this final to see men kick the ball out, no, you're not. You're going to see men carrying the ball into contact, setting up phase after phase, showing their patience as well.
Davids with his throw. He goes to Mintua. Numbers not right, and it is that man Williams where quick tap here, straight into space. Williams on the front foot, quick ball required. April gives it to Wilbur Julius. Carries into contact. They need Williams there. Gets there initially, eventually. Then Fortain for the Roses on the front foot. Percival Williams, April, goes to the right, still going on Roses United. Solomons on the right-hand touch. Williams looks for the big man, he finds April, in turns find Mentour. Ozzy Mentour named in the Sanlam Boland top 12 team of the season. His lock partner gets man in ball. Wilbur Julie's defense strong for Saldanha. April gets the ball away. Still going. April again, getting a lot of touches. Davids into space, he's a big man. Here's Alshon Davids. Williams finds April, space to the left. He finds Mark Andres. There's a big man, he's Mark Andres. Slow ball now. April, Williams, Mentour. Quick ball for Williams. Promising from Roses United. That is Solomon's top point scorer for Roses United this season. Williams with a big pass over the top, and that is going to be a first try. Easton Orense cannot stop scoring tries. Brilliant from Roses United, and some real intent put down in the first minutes.
Well, that was all set up by the quick tap from Percival Williams. He made some big ground, and they just kept going and going, putting phases together, kept moving to the right, and then it was all about this final pass, and Orense went over for the first points on of this final, and he cannot stop scoring. Brilliant start for the Roses, and Saldanha have to be careful, because once this crowd get behind Roses, well, that could be the 16th man they need.
Just real intent from Roses United in the opening minutes of this game, and if this is what we can expect for the rest of the final, hold on to your horses. Kick not good. First conversion not successful for Garth April, and the score remains 5 versus 0.
Well, this was brilliant. It was just what attack after attack. Solomon's trying to get there. You've got to keep an eye on him. He's very elusive. But look at this pass from Percival Williams. Lovely loopy pass over to Orense, and over he went. I mean, that was well set up by Williams with the initial quick tap.
Snyders kicks it high, not secured by Roses. Looks like there was a double knock on. Referee says play on. Helped by his assistant. Double knock on, and a great result here for Saldanha. They need to get their hands on the ball.
And how many times don't you say that restart? If you have just put points on the board, you've got to secure that ball as quickly as you possibly can. This is going to present an opportunity here for Saldanha. There's the first knock on, and the second was there. Yeah, the referee, you couldn't see that. It came from the assistant referee. However, I'm here looking forward to this. The battle of the front pack here. These two packs, who will have the ascendancy?
Don't overextend, stay in the gap.
As the saying goes,
make the longer
backs win
gaps
your
and
matches, forwards win your championships. Big scrum first up. Lance Karabi talked about him. Glamafa, Alshon Davids in the front row for Roses. Mavuso, Jacobs, Latif. Abdurrahman Ratif. He himself has won a couple of Boland Club trophies.
Sit!
Yeah, also played for the Boland Cavaliers. And no surprise, here's a reset. But an interesting setup here by Saldanha. You've got to watch Kreyland. He's just wide, standing wide of Snyders there. Snyders, of course, played for CPUT in the Varsity Cup. He's dangerous as well in sort of presenting that ball. But Andre Jacobs, aka Tiki, the number 9 for Saldanha. He gets quick ball here, and that's what he's looking for.
Just love the enthusiasm from Tiki Jacobs. That should be the case with any good scrum off.
It should be. I mean, I'm yet to get one that's not.
Keeping your break foot until set. I need it to be there until set.
That was bind.
No, that was bind. I need it on set. Bind and you can go. Listen to me now. 2 more square, then I'm happy. Okay. I'm just gonna break it. Yeah, I'm gonna greet you. I need 2 more square. Okay. Let's go again.
Just clear from referee. Shalwan Durry, very experienced is Shalwan Durry, and has worked his ways through the refereeing ranks.
I always find it funny there. Two
Crouch.
rows, front rows, big men. Yes, sir, please, sir, whatever you say, sir.
Fine.
Saldanha
Sit.
with their first opportunity within the half of Roses United. That is a solid platform and they dominant. Jacobs, Snyders, he finds Hansen. Ball slightly behind, but he's got Rensburg to his right. He doesn't use him. Hansen still goes. The referee's got to bring us back for an advantage and clearing 10 from the Saldanha pack.
Yeah, just had to have the awareness to let the ball go because he was tackled there, Hansa. But that penalty come from a very good scrum. And just as the referee said, indicated you've got to be square on. That penalty going the way of Saldanha. Decision time as well here, Andres. This is a final. You want points on the board. This is no bonus point. It's not gaining you anything special. They decided to go for the touchline.
And that's been a trend in can I call it modern rugby, is to kick for touch and back your forwards to get you those extra 2 points.
It certainly has. And it just shows their willingness now. They want more. They want to get more than just 3 points. 3 points is not enough.
First line out for Saldanha. 15 meters out. They split it. The pass is not accurate or the throw not accurate, and away comes Solomons for Roses. Space to the left for Garth April. Pass slightly in behind and under pressure from Samuel Greyling. And they flood that breakdown. Have they turned it over? Yes, they have. Brendan Marais for Saldanha. Now it's slow ball. Mavuso, he runs into Ozimentua. Jacobs looking for runners. Finds it in the form of Boyson. The Boland Cavalier is Emil Boyson. Good leg drive. Jacobs vying up his options. To the left he goes to Snyders. Show and go. Davids with a tackle. Jacobs again. Big carry into the defense. Quick ball. Hansen. Show and go. Looks dangerous, does Mikael Hansen. Jacobs. And a penalty for Roses.
I said the defensive work of Roses is going to need to stand up, and so far they're standing up firm, contesting at the breakdown as well, beautifully, competing for the ball and then resulting in that penalty for holding on. But I like what I see here from Saldanha. Mikael Hansen, he hardly saw the ball last week. He's been very much prominent here in some of the attacking moves for Saldanha, and that could maybe just lead to more points for them. This was that penalty that gone the way of the Roses. Brilliantly done there by Roses, contesting well. The referee deemed that to have holding on.
Roses secure the ball at line out. Into midfield is Jason Fontaine. April on the front foot, keeps it short. Pass not expected by Klitter and turnover ball. And we'll come back for the scrum. Garth April taking the ball to the line, and that's what you can expect from a very experienced fly-off like he is.
Yeah, just the communication maybe just there because they're actually quite narrow there to each other. And then by the time he passed the ball, they were literally next to running shoulder to shoulder. There are the Roses United fan base. You can see here, just at the last moment, not happy with himself, but you got to keep an eye on that fella, Garth April. He's very smart with ball in hand. And as this game goes on, you'll see more of his kicking prowess coming to the fore.
Jason Fontaine, man in picture. Saw a dominant scrum from Saldanha in the first we had in the match. Monray Jacobs with a feed. Again, powerful from Saldanha. Jacobs can't hold on to it. Kick through from Fontaine. Snyders working his way back. He's got Van Rensburg with him. Doesn't use him. Snyders into a bit of space. Pass over the top. Hansen now working his way back in for safety. Williams with a tackle. Jacobs looking for runners. Finds it on the front foot. Now Saldanha. Jason Fontaine. I beg your pardon, that was Willem Schroeder. Right, they come. Wesley Adams, one of the players named in that Sanlam Boland top 12 team of the season, and Matthew Jacobs gets bundled into touch.
You're making the ball slow.
He's going back for a penalty.
Yeah, just slowing down the play there. They got to release the tackler. And the penalty going the way of Saldanha, but you can see how they still want to run with ball in hand, and maybe this is a little bit further away, Andries, and I can maybe understand them going here for the line, but the previous penalty was close by, and I'm going to keep a little bit of an eye on that. Opportunities to get points on the board. They had that, they refused it, wanted more, and hopefully from this line out just outside the 22 they can expect a little bit more. Again, you can see that sea of red. That defensive line doing a lot of work, a lot of good work as well, but they're not releasing the tackle player.
Line out this time, not successful once again. Bounces back to way of Samuel Grayling, the captain. Breaks the first couple of tackles, does Samuel Grayling, gets him on the front foot. Jacobs waiting for runners. Finds it in the form of Boyson. Jacobs. Latif. His first touch. Penalty advantage again, not rolling away, and a free ball to play with here for Saldanha. Jacobs.
Don't milk it.
And a penalty and a double blow. And the referee's going to have a word and he goes straight to the pocket.
Well, he's not messing around. And Roses are going to be down to 14 men.
Looks like Lance Karabi being shown the yellow card. And
I want to discipline me up.
Just
I
13
don't need
minutes.
a guy who's sneezing in someone's shoulder cynically, because that was he did. You know what he did? Cynically, just shooting his out. That saved him was the loading grip days that didn't go so hard. So please do talk to your players.
Just saying it's more for the cynicalness about it. And that's good refereeing. That's very good refereeing. Lance Conrabi is going to spend some time off, and he wants to stamp his authority on the game as well, just in terms of discipline.
And it can get away from you as a referee. If you let things slide initially in a game, it can become real messy, and you want players to know exactly where the boundaries are. And the good players tend to adjust to how the referee is playing the game, and I'm certain you don't make it to a final if you don't have quality in your team.
Well, they're going to have to make a change here. It is Byron Matthews that's going to come on. We're just going to see who's going to come off.
The one after that, both of them.
It's one from the forward that's coming off.
Yeah, Cornel Solomons is the man sacrificed for 10 minutes. He'll come and have a rest and have a conversation with Lance Karabi, and hopefully can go back energized for that first Lemoen break that is coming up in the next 10 minutes. And a Lemoen break that these players will definitely need in today's heat. Under pressure, have this Roses United pack bean. Now they've got to pay a less.
Sit!
Saldanha with just about the full complement of players, or backline players to the right, and that is phenomenal from Saldanha. Pick up by Wesley Adams. Jacobs finds Jacobs. Slow ball for Saldanha. Waiting for it is Latif. Assisted by Captain Grayling. Jacobs changes direction, goes the opposite way. And camping 10 meters out of the Roses United try line. Jacobs, prolific try scorer, has a dart. Some complaints from the players. Again, it is that man Latif still going. Quick ball required. Jacobs gets it to the right. They come. Jacobs runs into a solid defense. Snyders, can he pass his way over? Yes, he can. That is Fagan Lee Snyders for the Saldanha team. Yet to prove a point. Phenomenal stuff from the men from Saldanha.
Showing their patience, going through the phases, setting it up, giving a man a chance to keep going forward. Defensively, Roses tried to stay there, but they were men down because they lost a player. And they just kept the goal ball moving. Strength shown there as well, trying to get close by. But then the man with the number 10 reaching for it. Snyders is over, and he's tied matters up here. 5 apiece with a kick to come.
Craig van Rensburg, the man trusted with the kicking duties. He is also the top point scorer for Saldanha in this 2025 Sanlam Boland top 12 with 48 points. Can he take it to 50? It's a tough kick. Good strike. He's going to split the uprights. Liked it from the start. Did Craig van Rensburg and Saldanha take a slender lead. 15 minutes into the 2025 Sanlam Boland top 12 final.
Oh, there they are, the Saldanha folk that have come down from the West Coast. And they just kept ball in hand, ball in hand. And then it was Snyders that just reached for the line. But they're going to lose another player here, Roses United. Yolo Namafa, he got injured. I think there was a clash there. Could have been his own player, could have been someone else, but it didn't look good.
Namafa, the tight head prop, just stay down after this collision. Just got a hit on the hand there, it seems like it. And quite often you can break 1 or 2 bones in your hands if you get it on the right or the wrong side of the shoulder. And this is concerning for Roses United. They've just lost Lance Karabi, their starting loose head prop. Minutes later, Nglam Mafa has to get replaced. 13 men on their feet defending, creating an opportunity for the Saldanha team, and has certainly capitalized from that. As you look at the mountains in the background, those are the Pole Mountains that you can see in the background in the beautiful windings of the Western Cape.
They do have Shantley Davis to come on, Roses United, a man with bag full of experience. And I think they wanted to maybe prolong that a little bit because he has got a lot of experience behind him in rugby. But this is a big, big loss, and yeah, it is unfortunate. And sometimes when you go in the tackles, I think it was his own player's head that just came in, and that can sometimes squeeze your arm or your hand, or just your hand's got nowhere to go. But this has been a tight affair so far, just as everybody has suggested.
And we expected that. Roses United, 174 points for 132 points again throughout the league stages of this game. And then Saldanha, 201 points and 178 again. So the stats are very, very similar for both these teams. We look at this opening score from Eastern Orange. Looks a bit like Kirtley Orange. No relation to Kirtley the Springbok. And slightly cheeky wearing that scrum cap, which is quite similar to Kirtley Orange. And this drive from Snyders, brilliant. April gets us going in. That's Hansen with ball in hand. He's a powerful ball carrier. To the left they go. It's Jacobs. Now with ball in hand. He finds Emil Boyson. Looking to him to get them over the gain line. Jacobs again out the back. Captain. He plays Marais. Jacobs looking for runners. Just slow here for Saldanha. Disrupted at breakdown time. Slight knock on, and great play by a team with a man down.
That's what they do so well. They contest the breakdown extremely well, does Roses United. And when they get a sniff, they're in there over that ball as quickly as they can. They might be a man down. Rest assured they are going to play this game with high intensity. That defensive line comes up so quickly, that sea of red, as I call them, and then it's just competing at the breakdown. And that's where the knockout came from. Tiki Jacobs.
Just Percival Williams throwing his body into that, disrupting it at breakout. He knows as a scrum of how tough it is when it's a bit messy at the feet, and spotting an opportunity, attacking scrum right in the middle of the park for Roses United. Williams feeds in a solid base. Picked up by Klutter. To the right they go. Out the back to April. He's got one to his right. That's Solomon's. One more to go. Orange, will this be his second try? We've talked about this man. That will make it 29 tries this season for Eastern Orange. Is there any stopping him? Effortlessly canters over.
Effortlessly. Simple. Simplistic. Getting the ball through the hands. And then showing a clean pair of heels. So close to that touchline as well. Good scrum. Good platform. From the back of the scrum. Williams involved yet again. April getting it out wide. Solomon's involved, and now Orense, he puts the cherry on top. Brilliantly done by Roses United, and they're back in the lead.
Unfair contest between Eastern Orense and Virgil Stoffberg to the try line. Garth April, his second conversion attempt. It's a better strike, and the referee says that is straight enough, and he adds the extra 2 points, and Roses United move up to 12 with another 5-point lead for them. 18 going on 19 minutes into the Sanlam Boland top 12 final, and it certainly has not disappointed.
One of the better scrums so far as well for Roses United. You can see what it can do and get the men with pace, with ball in hand. Oh, they are so difficult to stop. And he has already got back two in this final.
Kick off by Snyders. Left to bounce, straight into touch, says the assistant referee. And now they have an option for captain Alshon Davids to make.
Well, they're going to come back to the scrum, and I can understand why. They've just, the previous scrum had so much dominance in that, and this is right smack back in the middle. So they've got option left and right. And immediately Garth April and Xavier Solomon's directly behind the scrum. They don't want to give away which way they're going to attack. So they're looking the way this defensive line is set up, and all they need is a good platform from the scrum.
I'm going the way Orense is. I'll go to Eastern Orense every time. If you have a man with that ability in your side, important here for Roses to get a solid foundation.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm happy to play that bet with you because it's just been going to that side all the time. Oh, I've lost.
To the right they go. Williams. April finds Eastern Orense. Tries your foot on the inside. And that could be cynical. Xavier Lee Solomon's away for all money. And Charwin Darries brings us back for a penalty.
Well, what do I have to say about going to the left? Obviously, they're going to go to the right. That's where the men are. Dangerous men, in fact. In Orense, Xavier Lee Solomon's just got attacking prize all over the park here. And it is the fullback this time. They're just going to find his touch, taking play inside the 22. Roses are smelling. Even though they're a man down there, he's sitting. They can find a way to get more points on the board.
I can bet my bottom dollar that cloth on the head of Cornel Solomons is a cold one.
Straight from the ice. Straight from the ice blocks.
Straight from the ice. And the front 14 goes up and they set the driving ball. Remember, one man down in the pack. Oh, Roses United going forward with some momentum, some real urgency and intent from this Roses back. It's a sea of red here in Wellington. Williams assisting his back, but it is Saldanha that come away with it in the form of Wesley Adams, or what was Emil Boyson. And now a penalty taken quickly from Roses. Quick ball into the hands of Fortuin. Here's a big man, there's Jason Fortuin.
7. Captain. Captain.
There's action all over the place. Just listen to what Charwin Darries has to say here.
So your players not. Give us something. I don't need to hear. Players not in. He's coming with his no-arms tackle, only with the shoulder, diving to the player's legs. That's going to be a yellow card.
Bowman Schroeder getting shown a yellow for tackling without the arms, and that is music to the ears of a Roses United player as well as a Roses United fan, as Garth April nudges it into touch 5 meters from the opposition try line.
Well, it's good to see Schroeder going over to the referee, apologizing as well. But here comes Roses, and you know what you'll get here. More set.
Jason Fortuin, the jumper of choice once again from Captain Davids. And breakaway, and Davids, who will stop Alshon Davids. It's a big piece of meat, and he scores a try for his team. No, says Charwin Darries. You got excited way too early. Andre Strauss, and obstruction is the call, and we'll go back for a penalty. And Hagan Lee Snyders is going to find some reprieve as we go into the first lemon break of this 2025 Boland, the Sanlam Boland top 12 final.
Yeah, the initial ball was set up, but then it breaks away here. Oh, and that was obstruction there, just at the point where Alshon Davids goes over. And that could have been a timely point on the board for Roses United going into this Lemunbriek.
How brilliant is Cole. We'll go down to have a chat to the Sanlam CEO, Carl Worthman, throughout this Lemunbriek, and a well-deserved one for all players involved.
Goedemiddag en baie welkom. Ek is hier met meneer Karl Roodman, die CEO van Sanlam Investment Groep. Goeiedag meneer, hoe gaan het met u?
Gaan baie goed, dankie. Dit is baie lekker om hier te wees. Ongelooflike atmosfeer.
Meneer Roodman, sê vir ons, hoekom het julle spesifiek die Boland Ulie gekies om betrokke by te word?
Wel, die Boland is 'n ongelooflike belangrike streek vir Sanlam en ek dink ongelooflike belangrike streek in Suid-Afrika en rugby. Jy soveel, dis die streek met die meeste rugbyklubs, ek dink in die wêreld en definitief in Suid-Afrika, en dis soveel ongelooflike talent wat uit die Boland uitkom. So vir ons om betrokke te raak by die Boland en te kyk hoe ons Boland rugby kan groter maak en die kan help om die gemeenskap weer te belê in die gemeenskap en die klubs beter en beter te maak sodat ons meer van hierdie dae kan hê, dis die rede hoekom ons belê het in die Boland rugby.
En vandat julle betrokke is, enige suksese wat julle gekry het?
Wel, ek dink hierdie jaar is 'n ongelooflike jaar. Ek dink almal sal saamstem die feit dat die Boland Cavaliers die eerste keer in ek dink 73 jaar in die Currie Cup in die semifinaal gekom het van die Currie Cup. Ek dink is ongelooflik. Ons is baie trots daarop. Ek dink ons kan baie beter spelers behou in die Boland. Ek dink ons het ongelooflike talent. En dan dink plaas van dat hulle na die ander unies toe moet gaan ons daai talent hierso hou en hopelik kan ons volgende jaar die Currie Cup wen en dan is dit ongelooflik vir Boland rugby en vir ons as Sanlam.
Baie dankie meneer. En dan geniet die rugby.
That's Carl Worthman, the CEO of Sanlam, mentioning the successes that the Boland Cavaliers have had this season, playing in that semi-final of the Currie Cup against the Lions. Harvest Ferry, since his introduction into this Boland rugby setup, it's just been a revelation.
No, it has, and you can see how it has just grown and grown. And what I like about it and the setup, players that have gone away from this province have come back as well and giving time back to this glorious province. We have talked so much about the wider regions, and you can just see on your screens today the talent on offer in Boland.
Up goes Boyson for that ball. A messy one that is for Saldanha. They've secured it nonetheless. Now it's turned over. Williams. Davids now. Alshon Davids, the influential captain. Percival Williams. Ozzy Mentua gets him on the front foot. Williams to April. Short ball to August. Percival Williams. Big carry once again from Mentua. Williams, new man on the park. Davids, all the experience in the world. Percival Williams with a show and go, sneaky little dart from the scrum off and a knock on in contact.
You've got to keep your eye on both number 9s, especially Percival Williams. He's seen it all in club rugby. And he nearly saw the try line there, trying to sneak through a little bit of a gap as Lance Conrab is coming back onto the park, accompanied there by Solomons. And they are going to be back to their full quota, Roses United.
Lance Garabi, we talked about him earlier, won his first title with Roses, then with Saldanha, then with Safgold in 2023, and he'd want to make it his 4th in the 2025 edition of the Sanlam Boland Top 12 competition. Scrum right in the middle of the park, under their uprights for Saldanha. And the mercurial Monray Jacobs with ball in hand. Big scrum required. Under pressure and a knock-on from Monray Jacob, but now a perfect attacking platform and position on the park for the Roses United team.
The high fives all round in that front pack there. It was a brilliant scrum 8 men working together. And then the knock-on coming from Tiki Jacobs there. And as you said, Andres, right under the post, 5 meters out. They can go either way.
I have to mention, I think an error being made by the decision makers in the Saldanha team. They had 7 men in that scrum against the 8. You under your upright, you want to just clear the ball from your territory. Put another centre in there or a wing or someone to make it 8 against 8 and then secure ball, kick it out and get some reprieve. But now we've got a scrum in the middle of the park and you've got Percival Williams with the dangerous Eastern Orange on the right-hand side of the park and a solid scrum from Roses United. Denver Kluter waiting to pick it up. Now's the time to go for Denver Kluter. Scrum is wheeled to the left. They go to the right. Denver Kluter's going to do it himself. Inches short. Quick ball required. Fresh on the field. Cornel Solomons stopped in his tracks now. Williams again. Looking for runners. It's the big man, Aussie Mentor. He's over the try line. Will they keep it up? Told to leave it by the referee. And that it is. Wilbert Julies, I think it is, and crashes over. Yes, Wilbert Julies scores a 3rd try for Roses United. Pure power play from the men in red.
Oh, that was not going to go anywhere to the back line. The forwards want to be on the score sheet as well. All stemmed from another good scrum. And then it was good distribution by Percival Williams. They were very close to the try line here. And then it is the big man, Wilbert Julies. He saw the white line. He saw the goal. And over he popped for the try. And that extends Rose's lead to 17 points to 7 with this kick to come from Solomons.
Solomon's taking over the kicking duties, and one has to think that there is an issue or a problem with Garth April after his previous successful conversion from the right-hand touch. Nonetheless, slightly easier here for Xavier Lee. Solomons, he adds the extra 2 points, and Saldanha go to a 19-7 lead, 28 minutes into the Sanlam Boland top 12 final.
Yeah, again, the forwards working well. They've run around the fringes so well, kept the ball alive. Saldanha trying to slow the ball down, and then Julius, he sees it. And just a word on Xavier Lee Solomons, he normally kicks for them as well. So he sometimes kicks before Garth April. So he's got a very good boot on him. So for me, not a surprise, but I can understand with Garth April just getting the previous one over the post.
Snyders kicks it short, contested in the air by Virgil Stoffberg, and it comes back the way of Saldanha. Mavuso gets it through the hands. Snyders with a show and go, looking for runners. He finds it in the form of Lagan Jacobs. To the right they come. Van Rensburg, top point scorer for Saldanha this season. Jacobs looking for his captain, goes in front of his face. To the hands of Brendan Murray, who gets it away. Brilliant off-road by Latif for Emil Boyson. Jacobs to the left, his captain now into the hands of Stoffberg. Hard-working, open side flank is Virgil Stoffberg. Jacobs, Murray runs into a sea of red. Jacobs, Snyders, Wesley Adams knows one route, and that's the direct one over the gain line. Pick and go for Saldanha. Snyders wants it. Now he gets it out the back to Van Rensburg. Matthew Jacobs. Brilliant tackle by Lawrence. Jacobs having to dig for it. Snyders looking for runners. He finds Grayling, his captain. Strong tackle, Matthews. Quick ball on the inside. Snyders going through himself. Still going, and Snyders is going all the way. 5 meters short now is Snyders. He needs support. He will come back for the penalty.
Was the pass on, Andres? Was the pass on the way to his left?
I just can't stay in my seat here.
No, you can't.
Brilliant rugby all around, and Captain Grayling says, let's take the 3 points. We're a man down, and it's a smart decision.
Yeah, and also just slows the game down a little bit for everybody to catch a breather. But this was excellent continuity. Grayling, he is a seriously strong inside centre. The captain of Saldanha breaking 1 or 2 tackles. nearly going across the line there. Snyder's again to the fore with a good line break, and there was somebody just on his left-hand side. Not sure if he called out for it. However, 3 points. Can it be added here for Saldanha? Yes, it has.
Xavier Lee Solomons adds, no, I beg your pardon, that's Craig van Rensburg. Yep. Adds the 3 points to the tally of Saldanha. Top point scorer, 48 points before the start of this game. He's now moved on to 53.
Well, he's also sporting a change of hairstyle, or a change of hair color, I should say, from what I saw last week.
Just keeping it fresh for the final. Xavier Lee Solomons, number 15 and fullback for Roses United. Top try scorer of 4 tries throughout the top 12. Sanlam Boland top 12, and also the top point scorer, 44 at the start of this game. He's added in 2 more to his tally. He's on 46 as Garth April gets us going. That is Hansa. Still going is Mikael Hansa. Talked about him earlier, his involvement in the game. Jacobs finds the big men in the form of Boyson. Snyders with men to his right if he wants to use it. Captain Greiling going straight to the middle, gets the offload away to Maria, and Saldanha looking dangerous. Jacobs to the right, Snyders. He's got Jacobs on the inside, which he finds. Jacobs is going. He has got Matthew Jacobs. Breaks the first tackle, does Matthew Jacobs. They need someone there. They find it in the form of Brendan Marie. In turn, Adams now breaks a tackle. Ball knocked down into the hands of Roses, and some reprieve for the men in red. Williams, Garth April. Cool, calm. Head on the shoulders of Garth April. Finds Craig van Rensburg. Acres of space in front of him. And numbers to the left. Hansen. He's got wheels. Hansen. One tackle to break. Doesn't do it. Now Stoffberg gets the offload. Virgil Stoffberg is just everywhere. Jacobs. Marie. To the middle they go. Snyders. Marie again. Captain looking for runners. Ball pops out. This is Lagan. I beg your pardon. This is Latif. And spilt that in contact, and now kicked into space, and a brilliant kick. Is that going to stay in field? Is chased down by Xavier Lee Solomons. Can he finish Xavier Lee Solomons?
Oh, I reckon this is going to go upstairs. This is going to go upstairs. What play! Non-stop action. Yeah, the Sanlam Boland top 12. End-to-end stuff. Roses tackling with everything they got. Ball gets loose, and then it is a race for the ball. Oh, they're going up to the Timo.
Jamil? Okay. My own position is now try. I have a blue player grounding the ball. Just want to make sure if he doesn't carry the ball over.
That's brilliant work by Craig van Rensburg. If I can make an early call, yeah.
Oh, it's excellent work. It's excellent work. He did knock it, but he's knocked it backwards, and then he fell on the ball, so he's deemed to have carried that over.
I think he first makes contact
That's right.
over the try line.
They're going to go for the 22.
And that is a great call, and Jamil Pandy getting introduced into this game with very exciting moment, end-to-end stuff. You took the words from my mouth, Eugene Rodian.
I mean, it's just been non-stop, and this is what both of these teams can do when play is so loose and they can do things like they've done there, but brilliant offloads, smart running. But then again, I spoke about it beforehand, the defensive work of Roses, that is the telling point so far.
Snyders kicks it into the hands of Xavier Lee Solomons. Garth April now to the right. Orense, he's dangerous with ball in hand. Scored 29 tries this year, has Easton Orense, and a penalty now. 4 minutes from half-time for Roses United.
Just see what Garth April can do. He just inject that little bit of pace into that attack again. decision time here for them, but they're going to go for the touchline, and I'm not surprised. The reason I'm saying that is because they've shown their dominance with the maul.
Also, still, they have the one-man advantage in the front. With Volman Schroeder still on the naughty chair. You talk about Garth April, taking a hit there from Samuel Greiling. He won't mind that. He's done his job, and he's very experienced. Played for the Lions, Western Province, played for the Sharks, played for the Sunwolves in Japan. Yurisa D-Rocks in Japan as well. He's come back, played for Boland. He was 16 years old when he played in his first final of the Boland Club competition. Just tremendous, a career spanning over 17 years. Quite phenomenal. The only guy that I can think of that played longer is Stefan de Blanche.
Yes. I will go with you on that one.
Or Yanni Duplessis, or make your pick. Yanni played until he was 41 years old, and I don't think he quite started when he was 16.
No.
And Stefan started here in Boland as a 19-year-old and played until the age of 40. Alshon Davids. Fortuin can't take it. It is Stoffberg who got it, and now taking it up is Wesley Adams. Still going is Wesley Adams for Saldanha. They have to do something before halftime. Jacob Snyder's kick over the top. Solomons. Great position from Xavier Lee Solomons. Spilt out, and from an off-part position, Samuel Greiling, and that's unfortunate. That ball spills out, you're still in an offside position. Very, very difficult to not pick it up.
Oh, very much so. And the referee just telling him just to calm it down there. The two centers having a word. But as you said, great positioning from Xavier Lee Solomons. Then the ball, I think it was ripped. Then it comes loose. I think referee deemed that to have been illegally done.
I don't need to mocking that what you did now. Okay. Stop.
Shawan Durries, again, just trying to lay down the law in terms of the amounts of information that's coming to him from the players. And as a player, sometimes it's tough to bite your tongue when you strongly believe that you've been done an injustice. But I have yet to see a player talk to a ref and then him changing his decision.
No, it's never happened. It will never happen. And yes, it is in the moment of a battle, the heated battle, so to speak. But another changing kicker, Garth April, he's back on it. See if he can add the 3 points for Roses United. 3 minutes away from the halftime break.
Garth April, good strike. Is that straight enough? Yes, says the assistant referees, and 3 points are added to the tally of Roses United. They go up to 22-10 against Saldanha. Only 2 minutes left in this first half.
Well, it's had a first half that had everything. It's had good running rugby. It had great defensive work, attacking forwards. It also had yellow cards.
And brilliant tries, don't forget that.
Brilliant tries.
Snyder's gets us going, keeps it short. Tap back, Jacobs can't hold on. Now, into the hands of Fortuin. He's into space, one to beat. He's got Julius with him. Can he get the ball away? No, Saldanha, no, come away with it. Exciting stuff in the Sanlam Boland top 12. Adams up the left-hand side. Now it slows down for Monray Jacobs. Advantage for Saldanha. Stoffberg. Workhorse is Virgil Stoffberg. We're going to come back, and it does look like there's players that picked up an injury. Looks like Wesley Adams, and that will be a big blow for Saldanha team. One of the players, as mentioned earlier, that was mentioned in that team of the tournament for the 2025 Sanlam Boland top 12. 5 players in total playing in the final that was selected for that team. 2 in the side of Saldanha in the form of Monray Jacobs, not surprised, Wesley Adams, and then Captain Alshon Davids on the side of Roses, together with Ozzy Mentua and Garth April.
This is where the penalty occurred. That's a man, in fact it was Konrabi. He's got to watch himself. He dived on there, and I think this is what this talk is about. But
foul play. Okay. Falling to the player. I don't have an issue now with that because I think too dangerous for this. Okay. We don't have a shoulder issue, so just a falling over. Needs to be talked to. Otherwise.
And that's fortunate for Roses. Second yellow card becomes a red. You're off for the rest of the game. Playing with 14 men. Sanity prevails from the referee, and Sharwin Durry's singing his praises and how he's officiated the first 40 minutes of this final.
And there's more words being spoken to again in the heat of the battle. Players' emotions sometimes getting the better of them, but again the referee just controlling matters, and he just says, listen, I'm in control of this. I've made the decision. Let's just move on. But I'm going to come back to that initial breakthrough. What was Wilbur Julius thinking? Is Michael Jordan going for the old one-handed, try to fend or pass the ball over, and then losing the ball?
I love that. I love him taking the chances, testing your skills. It is a final, and yes, I agree with you, Eugene. You have to sometimes take the conservative route, but you have to test yourself as a player. And concerns here for Saldanha as Wesley Adams departs the park. One of their standout players, and this will make an impact on this game. Just clutching that left rib cage, and those are painful. You crack a rib. Whenever you move, everything pains. It goes into pain as Jade Damas. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's Vaughan McKenzie on the park now for Saldanha.
Yeah, he's come on for that replacement, and that is a massive loss. That's massive. He's been a great ball carrier for Saldanha.
Stoffberg secures. Hansen, powerful runner. Runs into Aethro and Co. Jacobs looking for runners. No one's putting up their hands. Eventually, it is Schroeder, but he spills it.
Tell you what, Coach Randall Julius from Saldanha can't wait to get his troops, because there's been a few handling errors here now. And that one again, maybe just indecisiveness from Tiki Jacobs initially. Not sure what to do. Men maybe standing in his way. They can't stand so flat. He wants men to run onto the ball with some pace, and he's not being allowed to. And here is a chance here again with time ticking away in this first half for Roses United to maybe get another, maybe a penalty or maybe some more points on board here.
Now the points on the board. I have to give my sincere apologies to Wilman Schroeder. It was not him that knocked on that ball. In fact, it was the Tate Prop Latif. Now, Williams, will he go right again? They've got Mark Andries, who runs that brilliant blocking line. To the left they come. April, he can't find Lawrence, and the ball just goes into touch. We'll come back for the penalty, and you're sure to see Garth April have a crack.
Well, with absolute no doubt, with time ticking away here, they're going to go for the 3 points. They want to stretch that lead and take all that momentum with them into half-time. And again, their prominence and dominance at scrum time there. They're working together now, Roses United, and putting that Saldanha scrum under enormous pressure. And they're just creating a great platform to really launch an attack. But this is an opportunity for Garth April.
It's interesting how the tides have turned at scrum time. Initially, it was Saldanha that had the upper hand. Then saw Lance Garabi being yellow carded. Came back with a bit more energy, a bit more intent, and now they're dominating at scrum time. Chandler David, you talked about the experience that he'll bring onto the park. He certainly has done that. As you look at Garth April with another good strike. Is it straight enough? No, says assistant referees. Unsuccessful with that penalty attempt, and we'll go into the half-time break, and surely they'll have some oranges, or Lamuna as we call them here at the Sanlam Boland top 12. 22 points, place 10, and the first half has been one full of excitement. Captain of Saldanha, Samuel Greiling, will want to turn the tides here at Boland Stadium. This has been everything we have expected. We're going to the break, 22-10, Roses United.
R250 gift voucher. Gesponsor word deur Tekkie Town. En die seuns is julle gereed.
Goeiemiddag dames en heren, ek staan
Op
hier
jou
met die
merke.
CEO
Gereed.
van
Weg.
Rainbow, meneer Stander. Goeiemiddag en hoe geniet u die rugby vandag?
Dis fantasties. Ja, dit kook hier so, hoor. Ek geniet dit.
Julle het ook die lekkerste hoendertjies, die lekkerste vleertjies en ook boutjies. Maar sê vir my, hoe is u betrokke? Wat is die verhouding tussen u en die Boland Unie?
Ons is borg, maar dit gaan hierso, jy kan sien, dis rugby wat gespeel word, dis 'n sport. Maar dit is eintlik gemeenskap, it's community. En vir ons is dit die belangrikste ding om in die gemeenskap betrokke te wees. Rugby het 'n wonderlike sport, het 'n wonderlike verenigende, unifying power. En ek dink dis wat ons voorhoop en dis wat ons sien. Jy kan net al hierdie kleure sien en dit is fantasties om betrokke te wees.
En ek het so 'n oomblik daar gesit by die radio en ek het gehoor van dat u betrokke is by die Boland Rugby Unie, het u verkope opgegaan. Is dit waar?
Nee, ek moet nou eers my verkoopsman gaan vra of dit waar is. Maar of dit nou waar is of nee, ons doen die regte ding. Ons as Rainbow, ons missie is om die volk te voed, to nourish the nation. So ons doen dit met passie. En as dit uitspeel is dit 'n bonus, maar hier gaan dit oor gemeenskap en sport en ons is baie dankbaar om deel te wees. Dankie.
Baie dankie. Dit was die CEO van Rainbow, meneer Stander. Dames en heren, ek het ook hier mamas. Die een is van Miracles. Hoekom dink jy, hoekom is jy die mama van Miracle?
It's him!
En dan het ek ook hier 'n mama van Saldanha. Sy het uitgekom. Wat maak u so spesiaal?
Ik was destijds die baaigirl van Saldanha. Mijn laatste keer op Boland Park was in 2019. Bietjie vakantie geneem en ik is terug op Boland Park en ik voel goed, ik voel excited. En ik is hier als een gemeenskapslid om my Saldanha rugby span te kom ondersteun. So ik is 'n baie goeie trotse geboorde persoon van Saldanha Bay. So ik wil alle sterkte toewens vandaag voor mijn span.
Ek het nou hier die mama van die Roos. Hoekom dink u is u die mama van die Roos?
Goeiemiddag Wellington. Roses is julle hier. Om ons boys te support deur dik en dun. Maak nie saak of hulle verloor of wen nie. Ons moet hulle altyd back. So ek dink my boys, julle kan dit doen. Julle kan dit doen vanmiddag. Baie dankie.
En dan nog 'n mama van Roses. Wat maak vir u so spesiaal?
Ek kan vanmiddag sê baie dankie vir die Hemelse Vader, vir die Roses manne wat ek ja kan naby voor reg staan. En daarvoor wil ek vir hulle sê ek staan bang vas agter die Roses manne. En ek kan vanmiddag sê hulle kan nie waar deur die drif trek. Hou so aan Roses manne.
En dan het ons die laaste een. Ek weet nou nie wat 'n trui is die nie, maar sê vir ons wat 'n trui is die? Vir wie support u en waar is u?
Ek is 'n mama van Saldanha. Exactly. Dis die Leeds voetbalklub. Dis 'n sokkerklub wat vir Saldanha ondersteun. Ons is nie net dit is nie wat vir my spesiaal maak nie. In injury to one is an injury to all. Amen.
Wow. So ons gaan gou kyk, waar is die crowd? Mama nommer 1. Mama nommer 2. Mama nommer 3. Mama nommer 4. En nu kom ons by die finale ene. Mama nommer. Verseker as sy die wenner, definitief. Baie geluk dat u vandag die mama is. Sommer van die Boland. Die wenner is die mama van Saldanha. Meneer Pink Keppie. Wait for a moment. Wait for a moment. Say Mama Spice. Baie dankie. Terug na die kommentaar man.
Welcome back to the second half of the 2025 Sanlam Boland Top 12 final between Roses United and Saldanha Bay Rugby Club. And it's been an action-packed first half. Eugene dominated by the home team, one has to say. And Easton Orense just brilliant in that first half.
Well, he came away with 2 tries and he showed his electric pace. This was a walk-in try. And he doesn't have a lot of room on the outside. Saldanha, they came back after that initial try. And it was their number 10, Snyders, who just shown his prominence and just diving over, stretching over. But then again, Roses decided, no, we're going to come back. And yet again, that man, Arendse, breaking away, showing again a clean pair of heels for his second try. They've shown their dominance up front, Roses United, and as this game has gone on, you can see their dominance at scrum time. They're pushing back, they're gaining a lot of penalties. This was Julius' try. Just a simple one as that. And a few things they've got to be considered about and they've got to be aware about. Lance Kunrabi was sin-bin in that first half. He could easily have got a second yellow, and he's just got to watch his discipline. But a lot for Saldanha to think about, a lot for them to get back. They're definitely not out of this. No way they're out of this for the way this game and this tournament has gone this year.
Certainly not out of it is Saldanha. They are a prominent team in Boland Club Rugby and a proud team at that, having won every final they participated in the Sanlam Boland Top 12 over the history of this competition. And they will want to make it 3 from 3, having won in the 2019 and 2022 editions of this brilliant competition.
Yeah, and we also got to just pay homage to the sponsors as well for this glorious, glorious competition that we do have here. And it is the main sponsor, Sanlam. With them is Techie Town, Vumatel, Umbro, Santam, Rainbow Chicken, that will be presenting the Powerhouse Award for the player that has shown the most power throughout this game. And there's several of us to think about. Amstel and of course Mama's Pies have all signed up to be part of this unbelievable club tournament here in Boland called the Sanlam Boland Top 12.
I stand to be corrected, but if I had to put money on who is the most supported sponsor out here today, my money would be on Amstel, 10 to the left of us, fully packed by fans and patrons alike. And what a brilliant venue to do it at, Boland Park in Wellington. On a hot day like this, nothing better.
Well, from the time that I've come up here to the commentary box, that certainly has filled up, and I can understand why. The folks are just walking over, drifting over to that side. Maybe it's the breeze that is also pushing them slightly down to that side.
See the players make their way onto the field for the second half. It is 22 points, playing 10. There's a 12-point difference going into the second half. Hardly a breeze to speak of here in Wellington. Fagan Lee Snyders, he want to keep his team on the front foot, playing in the right parts of the field. Beautiful mountains in the background here in the winelands of the Western Cape. It's a beautiful part of South Africa. Wellington, Paarl area, Stellenbosch.
Yeah, what more do you want? Well, the only thing is, you just got to drive a little bit further away just to get the sea. But other than that, well, there's wine farms aplenty in this region. Mountains, mountain ranges, far and wide.
And good people.
Oh, of course.
Snyders gets a second half going. Fortain up for it. Secures it this time for Roses United. Percival Williams. April finds his captain, Davids. Inspirational is Alshon Davids. Williams. April, short ball. Jonathan August. He's been outshadowed today by Mark Andries. Big tackle on Davids. Williams just controlling things from the base. Try scorer Wilbur Julius. Roses United now in the middle of the park, and that's been turned over. It's a brilliant steal by Lagan Jacobs in the space on the right for captain. Gets it into hands, Greiling. Now it is Stoffberg. Virgil Stoffberg had a brilliant first half, and he opens the second one with a score of his own. A statement by Saldanha.
What did I say? Randall Julies, the coach, he wanted to get his team in at half time, and he has sprung them back into life. What a break after a great steal at the point of breakdown there. Getting the ball out wide, and Stoffberg, the angle he ran in was superb, and they were not stopping him because he had a lot of pace on him. Roses United initially trying to keep all in hand. Then the steal, brilliantly done, that time by Murray. And then it was just Tiki Jacobs getting the ball out quickly. Greiling doing his work. The 2 points, they are added as well, and back they come, Saldanha. Cannot keep them back. This was the final moments. Greiling did his work, but look at the angle that Stoffberg runs in there. Showing a clean pair of heels, and the frog splash as well. Over he goes. Brilliant score.
Outrageous from Saldanha in the opening minutes of the second half. Oh, geez. Lee Heino Apolis is on the park as well for Roses United. And one would think in place of Reno Matthews, but kick goes long into the hands of Schroeder. Breaks the first tackle. Penalty advantage for Saldanha. Jacobs to the left they come. Now it's Snyder's. He's tackled by Cornel Solomons. Jacobs. Murray made that crucial turnover in the lead up to that try. Jacobs now waiting for runners. Finds it in the form of the big forwards. Pick up and go from Latif. Quick ball here for Saldanha to the left they come. Greiling to the left to Murray, kick in behind. Xavier Lee Solomon spot space in behind, but he finds his opposite number in Craig van Rensburg. He's been asked by Schneiders to kick it long, which he duly obliges for. Now Garth April. Space in front of him. Into the middle. Jonathan August into space. Still going in. Jonathan August looks for the offload, and he can't find Easton Aronson. But the second half is kicked off the way it ended.
Well, the fire has not gone out yet in this final. Let me tell you, you can't kick the ball to dangerous men like Garth April. This was that break by Joe Nathan August, and just as he was about to get the pass out, he was tackled, and that gone straight into touch. So it's going to be a line out here to Saldanha, and this game is going from one side of the woods to the other.
Stoffberg secures, and the captain Greiling carries it straight up the middle. Jacobs has got runners to his right. He finds Marie. Just slow ball for Jacobs, teeing up for the box kick. Well weighted kick from Jacobs. Solomons takes it well. Now Lawrence. Lawrence runs into Willem Schroeder. Williams to April, to the left they come. Andries, ball over the top. Big tackle on Aronson, breaks it though from Hansen. Short ball required, wasn't given. Now he's isolated, and a penalty.
Yeah, penalty for the high tackle, and both sides willingness to run with ball in hand still there, and Rose is really putting it in here. They just got to try and do the basics here. They've got a 5-point lead. And I was about to say, and it's just going back to when Saldanha scored that try. We talk about modern day rugby players and how they play the game. I mean, just get the ball, set up a phase, and kick the ball out to touch or kick it downtown in the opposition half. You didn't do that, and they conceded the try, and you alluded to that in the first half. You don't see that often anymore.
This game is balanced on a nice edge. 35 minutes left in the 2025 edition of the Sanlam Boland Top 12, and this whole season has just been action-packed as they go to the front to Julie's. Finds Williams, grabbed a second time, added it Mark Andries. Williams to April, looking for runners on the inside, finds Julie's. He in turn runs into a wall of blue, turned over. Matthews. And slow ball now for Roses. Stolen by Latif. Legally, says the referee, and to the right they go, Jacobs. Good tackle by the try scorer, Judy Jacobs, with quick ball. Schneider's just show and go. He's got numbers on the inside. He finds Van Rensburg. He will go all the way. Craig Van Rensburg, prolific point scorer. That is the 7th of the season for a try scored in the Sanlam Boland Top 12. And it's the instance at the time where Saldanha takes the lead.
My, oh my, you gotta give plaudits to Latif. He won the ball at the breakdown yet again, and from that, Saldanha sprung to life, and Craig van Rensburg, with a sporting a brilliant hairstyle for us all to see, goes over the line. Superman knows how to score tries, let me tell you. Running on the inside, gets the ball, and then there's no stopping him. No stopping him whatsoever.
And could this be the powerhouse moment in this game, the turning point that Saldanha have waited for? Van Rensburg teeing up his own try to convert that into a 7-pointer. And Saldanha take the lead for the first time in this final.
Yeah, they have. Brilliantly done. But it all stemmed from the tips. Getting the ball at the breakdown, and then the fullback going over. You can see sporting that short that presents that he was the man of the play of the match in the last game. And you can see why. He's elusive, he's quick. Saldanha in the lead by 2 points. We have a super final on our hands here.
On the park is Theo Vass for Saldanha. And next just bundled into touch is Mikael Hansen.
Oh, they're going to call on all the experienced men here. Roses United, Alshon Davids, Lance Rabi, Julies, Percival Williams, Gartha Pro. They're all going to step up here. They were behind last week. They came to life with minutes running out. They know how to get across the line to Roses United. They're going to have to do it again.
Fortuin can't take, but it pops into the hands of Davids. Chandler Davids this time. Percival Williams finds Julies. Williams. Karabi. Just keeping it tight for the time being are Roses United. Forwards around the corner. Apollos this time. Williams waiting for runners, gets his captain. He's stopped in his tracks by Volman Schrieder. Out the back now to April. Solomons, he's elusive, tackled by Stoffberg. Try scorer is Virgil Stoffberg. Short ball to Mark Andries over the gain line now, and still going is Andries. Supported by April, quick ball for Apollos. Big hit in front of the uprights. Julies for Roses United. Looking for options, finds Andries again. Willing to carry into contact is Mark Andries. Percival Williams talked about how many championships he's won. Karabi. Williams bringing some calmness to this Roses team. But Julius working hard. Slow ball and penalty. Advantage for Roses United. Again, the captain, Alshon Davids. They have to take a chance here. Williams spots a gap, but that closes quickly. To the right they come. Going backwards now are Roses United. Lihano Bolas. Short ball out the back. It's April on the inside. He's got Easton Orense. Williams with more intent. Again, Wilbert Julies, he scored once already today. Quick ball required. Short ball to Apollos. Defense holds strong for Saldanha. And no reward, says Mr. Durries, and he'll come back for the penalty.
Oh, the defense stood firm there. The Saldanha Bay men keeping Roses United at bay because it was a wave of red coming at you. Forwards playing their role, getting quick ball from Williams, trying to get across that advantage line.
You just need to have a check to your vice, please. I can't continue calling off. You can kick. Walk is there. Listen to me. Let's walk there. I can't continue calling offsides and not rolling away. I'm the only referee in the field. Let me make that decision. The vice captain.
And that is Johan Low, Johan Bom Low, as his mates call him. Red carded in the semi-final. He'll be here to make an impact. They've got a 2-point lead. 29 minutes to go. And a crucial moment in the game. Alshon Davids goes to the back, overthrows it. Monray Jacobs quick to pounce. Captain Grading puts it on the right boot. He's going to find a good touch.
Oh, that's a brilliant kick. An absolutely brilliant kick. Just what you need when you're on your own try line and you want to just kick the ball downtown, and the captain decided, listen, let me not mess around. We haven't seen much of that, and I'm sure this is going to come more and more into the game now. 2-point game it is. Saldanha leading, and Roses United got it all to do that. A penalty in a kicking position. I'm going to talk about this again. Andries didn't go for it.
Substitutions here for Saldanha as Brendan Marie makes way for Johan Bom Low in the number 24 jumper. Percival Williams, Mark Andries just sets up a target. Isolated, says Johan Durries, and a turnover, and the tide certainly has turned, and he's had a conversation to the opposition captain, taken quickly.
Yeah, but nowhere
from
near
Jenna
the
and
mark.
Cleophas, yeah, nowhere near the mark.
And there's a discipline again. And the referee spoke about that to Alshon maybe just 2 minutes ago. He's the only referee on the park. Let me make the decisions. Somebody having a word to say after the decision's made. 10 yards further, and now a chance for Saldanha to stretch their lead to 5 points with a very makeable kick and a very important kick.
Every kick important in a final as tight as this. And look at Saldanha just trying to pick up the pace of this game, and they can feel that the momentum is in their favour at this moment in time in this final, and they want to make as much use of it as they possibly can. Prolific point scorer is Craig van Rensburg, 7 tries this 2025 Sanlam Boland top 12 final, and kicked many penalties. He got a good strike on it, he turned early, and the flags stay down. Turn early because of disappointment, not because of...
Yeah, he just drifted that one past the left and upright.
Javelian de Kwerka making his way onto the park, and a big man playing on the outside. He has replaced Jonathan August.
Yeah, and what a chance here for de Kwerka. He won this competition with Robertson Town last year. Can he win it with Roses United this year?
Solomon sends it to his opposite number. Coming straight at the defence is Matheson for Saldanha. To the left they come. Show and go. Big tackle by Julius. Cleophas under pressure, does well to secure. Out the back they go to their captain, Johan Low, with his first carry of the game. Cleophas again. A real spark he's added on the inside. He finds his captain. Brilliant play from Cleophas, back on his feet, still going. To the right they go, Cleophas looking for runners, and he finds Craig van Rensburg, and Craig van Rensburg does it again. Magical from Saldanha, pure magic. Outrageous stuff from the men in blue. Brilliant try scored, brilliant impact. by Jennifer Klopas, and the fans can celebrate.
Unbelievable stuff here from the man from the West Coast. Saldanha Bay showing us what they can do with ball in hand. Craig van Rensburg back to the fore. Can you Adam and Eve? The second half has been turned on its head by Saldanha Bay. They're going to stretch their lead to 31 points to 22. What a second half it's been for the men in blue, Saldanha Bay. It was brilliantly set up. Clear pass, just delayed his pass just at the right time, and a man running onto the ball with pace. Craig van Rensburg. He might have dyed his hair, but the talent, the speed, and everything else that goes with it is still there for us all to see.
A clear shift in the fortunes of this final, and Saldanha look like they will keep 100% win record against Roses United in this format of the competition. April kicks it long, opposite number Snyders, taking his time, teeing it up, kicks it long, and he finds a good touch. April with an option to take it quickly, which he does. Solomon's wanted it, he gets it now. Make use of it. Snyders eventually makes the tackle. No, it was Neil Matheson, replacement hooker on the park. Percival Williams finds Davids. Chandler Davids this time. To the left they go. Mark Andries now into the hands of the danger man. That is Easton Aronson. He is a try scorer himself. Saldanha do well to keep him at bay. And a penalty advantage here for Williams and co. To the right they come, out the back. April looking for space, finds Fortune on the right. And Saldanha doing really well to slow ball down at rack time. Williams looking for runners. Apollas gets the ball away into no one's hands and will go back for the penalty.
Well, still a decision here to be made as the assistant referee has been called in here.
Fine. Fine. Electoral, too much fine.
Well, has he done himself a mischief there? The old magic spray coming out.
I've seen the magic spray work on players. Does it work on referees as well?
Well, the referee has to be really at the play all the time, and we're going to take some time, and maybe that gives us a good time to catch a breather, and maybe this could have been a good time to maybe take that Lemon break as well, just so we can see what happens. But Roses want to come back. They have to be the next team to score here in this final. 9 points of difference. It's still a decision-making decision here for them. They've got to make the right call here. It's in front of the post. Do they take the 3 points, make it a 6-point game?
I think it's the only decision to make. It kick yourself into a 6-point deficit. So it's a one-score game. Then it puts a bit of pressure in the back of the heads of Saldanha and a bit of confidence into your own players. I tell you what, Eugene, I'd be cramping if I was a referee in one of these games. It's end-to-end stuff. You're running around like a mad chicken just to keep some sort of control of the pace of play and the way the ball's been moved around the park.
Well, another man that we do work with, Rudy Page, he wanted to become a referee, and then he decided, no, that's for, I think maybe due to injury, but I don't think he would have done that today.
I just don't think Rudy is patient enough to be a referee. You can never make a scrum off a referee.
No.
That won't work.
No.
Unless like Jaco Prepa, you stop playing rugby before the end of your school career and you learn some manners before you leave, and then you become a referee. But
well,
now some energy onto the park for Roses United. Asha Zeman, young player, replaces Percival Williams and Cohen, and Zeman made a real impact in that semi-final.
Yes,
when he joined the fray 12 minutes towards the back end of that game and changed the tempo of it and ultimately secured victory for them against Robertson Town. Fortune goes up for it, and the driving maul is set for Roses, and the ball is spilled, goes forward, And there's the energy from Zeman. And we're going to come back for the scrum. And that's what you require from the players that come off the bench, eh?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. The worry and concern I have for Roses here is the fact that Alshon Davids hasn't found his jumpers in the second half yet. And again, a lot of pressure being put on them have to be set from Saldanha at line-out time. This is a big scrum as we head closer to that Lemon break.
Sharwin Durries seems to have recovered from the magic spray, and two replacement scrum-offs on the park, and Jennifer Cleophas set up that previous drive from Craig van Rensburg, and a penalty now for Roses United. And they've made the intentions clear as we look at Jovelyn Dakweka on the park. They've made the intentions clear. They want to go out and score 5 pointers here. They've taken it quickly. Have Roses. There he is, Zeman, show and go. Keeps it alive for Roses United. Now they just meters short. You can't play that. Short ball to Davids. Jana Davids, big tackle on him. From McKenzie. Pick up and go. Are they over? They certainly are. The referee says the try is awarded. Lihano Apollos has scored a try for Roses United, and they are right back in it. And sometimes taking a chance pays off.
You said it, they wanted more than 3. They got 5 at the minute, and the crowd on their feet yet again. Roses United will not go away. They trail here by 4 points. They got a kick to come. But you spoke about the energy that has just run on the park, and that is highlighted here with men helping out. Zeman to the fore, and then the try scorer, Apollos, going over. Oh, you just don't know where this is going.
If you're a betting man, you're sitting on the edge of your seat, Eugene, and still not know where this is going. Xavier Lee Solomons.
Sometimes your money is safe in your pocket.
Especially when it comes to betting, always safer in your pocket. Xavier Lee Solomons. Gets a good strike on it, flags are raised, 2 points are added. And now we have a 2-point game. 19 minutes left, 18 and a half to be precise. As you look at this again, first it was Chandler Davids, and then the big men taking control. Lihano Apollos barges over, and some real energy added by Asher Zeman.
Well, this final is living up to all the expectations, all the build-up, all the talk during the week about these two teams logging horns in the Sanlam Boland Top 12 final here in Wellington at the Boland Rugby Stadium. What a festival of rugby we are showing you. And it's those guys need their lemon bread. They need their oranges. They need their water. Well, more important, they need their coaches just to sort of feed them some information where to go for the last 20 minutes here.
And I need to catch my breath here. Eugene, it's been end-to-end stuff, action-packed in this Sanlam Boland Top 12 final of 2025. The most anticipated club rugby match in the Western Cape. And it has not disappointed.
I very rarely think you can be disappointed with rugby in the Boland, club rugby. The communities are out following their teams. These are local heroes, folks. Local heroes in their towns of Saldanha, in the towns of Wellington. They are there to just showcase what they have. Well, we're going to go away for a quick ad break. Don't go too far.
If a receding hairline is the only thing your kids stand to inherit from you, then it's time to up your F factor. Does anyone have a beanie?
You've either got the F factor or you don't yet.
Ek stem vir Roses.
Daar hoor julle dat Rosario Williams alipad daar uit die Parel uit Amstelhof uit, en hierdie mannetjie sê hy staan bankvas agter Roses. Kom ons gee maar lekker aan 'n klap. Rosario, jy het ook vandag dan 'n bal gewen. 'n Sanlam rugbybal. So ek hoop jy en jou maatjies gaan sommer nog lekker memories maak met dit. Alright, dankie.
And that's the final break of this 2025 final in the Sanlam Boland top 12 competition. Fagan Lee Snyders is going to get us going. It is on a knife edge, 2 points separating these two brilliant teams. Snyders kicks it high. Competed for in the air by Saldanha and comes away off Saldanha. Now it is at man Cleophas who comes away with it. The referee says there's a double knock on and a scrum awarded to Roses United.
Yeah, just the initial one leaping like a salmon out of water there, trying to get the ball and just knocked it on. Scrum time here. It was a good hanging kick by Snyders. Then just as he leapt up, just can't get that ball back. But Roses, halfway between the 10-meter line and the 22, they trail by 2 points. Stadium clock says 18 minutes.
Some confusion. Initially I thought that the advantage was awarded to Roses United. It does look like Genovan Cleophas is going to feed that ball into the scrum in favour of Saldanha.
I saw that as well.
Big scrum here for both involved, both packs involved. Heine Heinze on the park now for Saldanha.
Sit!
Up against all the experience in the world in Chanda Davids. Scrum goes down, and that's often the case when you have a new front row on the park.
Oh, they're going to get a talking to for sure.
Guys, you need to keep your bind up. Give me a long bind and make sure you maintain your own body weight, okay? Close as you, yeah. Just pick up your bind.
Okay. I'll get it sorted now, Mr. Ref. Don't worry. Gotta love it. You just gotta love it, and they are loving it. The fans that are in awe, full voice.
All the way from Saldanha.
Bind!
About an hour and a half drive from where we are at.
Sit!
Dominant scrum required from Saldanha. They get a solid foundation. Cleophas finds Snyders. In turn out the back to Matthew Jacobs. Now this guy, Craig van Rensburg, on the outside. Still going is van Rensburg. Eventually brought down by Arendse. Keeps it inside and then taken into touch by Xavier Lee Solomons. Taken quickly. On the park is Maya. Demasha Maya for Saldanha. Vragel. All the replacements getting their hands on the ball. Matheson this time for Saldanha. Cleophas goes to the left. Again, it is Maya. He gets it away to Vragel again. Influential now are these replacements. Now, Mikael Hanse started strong. Can he finish strong? Cleophas looking for runners. Finds it in the form of Heinze. He's a big man, is Heine Heinze. Big individual. Tight head prop this time. Latif. Cleophas with quick ball. Low. He runs into Andries. Cleophas again. One man down here for Saldanha. It looks like it is Latif who stayed down. Cleophas. Snyders. Pass goes to ground. Hands it. He is gobbled up by the Kweker. Slow ball. Cleophas. Again, Vragel. Willing to carry it into the defense line is Vragel. New man on the park. Heinze. Cleophas. To the right they go. This time McKenzie. He's taken back by Fortune. Cleophas to the right. That bounce ball finds the touchline and will go to the line out.
Well, there's a few men that are spent on this ground here. Craig van Rensburg just below us, struggling with his calf, and the conditions are really paying their toll now. The heat, cramps, men lying all over the place with cramps. The heat. Well, who has got the last bit of energy left for this 2025 rugby season. This all come to an end here today.
It's going to come to an end in the next 15 minutes. Eugene, and in these instances, the teams that want it the most are willing to go far and beyond what they are capable of, or the teams that come away with it. Human body is a magical thing. It can go a lot further than what your mind tells it can.
Yeah. It's that adrenaline, isn't it? That adrenaline just keeps driving you forward.
So I got no fault.
What have you got at these final? It's the biggest showcase for club rugby. I must say the referee has done his job as well. He's let the game flow as best he can. He's also laid down the law. He's had a brilliant game. And I think these folks, no matter from where they've come from, they've certainly enjoyed the showpiece final here.
Fans, inspirational players like out here in Wellington, supporting their team and just enjoying what is a rugby spectacle.
Time is on, let's go.
Line out, captain Arshawn Davis. They struggled in the second half in this department. They go to the back and fortune gathers. To the middle they go. That is Mark Andries for Roses United. Xavier Lee Solomons, I beg your pardon, kicks it low into just about every player on the park, and Saldanha comes away with it. Cleophas to the left, Snyders. Damas now. Maya on the inside, gets the offload away, but that was forward, says the referee. Demasha Maya, how influential. He's got his hands onto the ball so many times in the short space of time that he's been on the park.
And just look how he runs onto the ball here. Ball on his left-hand side, fends off with his right, tries the offload. There was no real estate on that side whatsoever. But just the impact he's made has been there for us all to see, and he's really kept Saldanha going forward here. Roses are stuck in their own 22 here. We're going to keep an eye on the clock. Says just over 13 minutes to go.
Asher Zeman. Ball in hand, and 13 minutes is all there is left in this game. It's an awful long time if you're leading, and it's an awfully short when you're trailing.
I was just about to say that indeed. If you're a team in red supporter, you'll be turning around and looking at that clock as it ticks away, and sometimes it just ticks away a little bit too fast for you. Be another reset, probably another talking to for the men in front there. Being told in non-certain terms, just do your job, please. Full voices, Saldanha supporters.
Difficult area in the field to exit from this right-hand corner. Got the scrum off there, defending with a fly off the loose. Lucy also loose to make a tackle. Come back for a reset, and Saldanha won't mind this, and you can see the jubilation on the faces of Johan Lowe and Co.
You just got to keep it disciplined. Let the referee do his job. Saw a few players with hands up there trying to urge the referee to make a decision one way or the other. Just let the match official do his job. They've got a long way to go to get a point or three. Roses United, something that Saldanha Bay, they wouldn't mind this, as you rightly pointed out.
We set again as more than a minute has ticked away on the time. On the time board, and now Zeman feeds and under pressure, and a penalty for Saldanha at a crucial time in this game.
As I saw that develop, Andries, I was just urging Zeman just to get the ball out quicker, and he just waited. He had ample opportunity to get the ball out, waited there, and then the penalty occurred. Saldanha, they will just kick to the touchline here, and that will eke out a few more seconds.
Schneider's just Nudges that into touch 5 meters out, and they can make a massive statement here with a 5-pointer converted 7. You go back to a 9-point game, and it does then feel like a bridge too far, although there's still 10 minutes left. 1/8 of the game still to play. Line-out secured for Saldanha, and now on the front foot, and they've turned the tide here. Have Saldanha still going. It's going to be awfully tough to stop this legally. Someone's done brilliant work for Roses United, and that is just immaculate.
Oh, and then afters. I just said you got to keep your discipline. Well, the referee is still marching forward. That happened about 10 minutes ago. Exactly the same thing happened, so he has to keep the same thing going here.
But you don't want your emotions to get the better of you as a player, and sometimes it's understandable. You've got so much invested in this, in the outcome of this game. You need cool heads. You need the leaders to stand up and take control.
That's what you need. You need your big men now just to keep everybody calm. Men that haven't played on this stage yet in their lives. Keep the emotions in check. 10 minutes to go. In fact, 9 minutes to go here. Byron Matthews comes onto the field for Roses United.
Fortune again secures. Mark Andries is going to carry it strong. Stopped in his tracks is Mark Andries. Zeeman, nifty is this man, and he breaks the line. He certainly added some pace for the Roses team. They need quick ball here. Digging for it. To the left they go. April finds Fortune. They have to retain possession. They've got advantage. Ball comes to April. To the middle they go. New man on the park. Matthews over the gain line. Still going. Zeeman. Spark of injury. Still going. Short ball. Solomons holds on to it. Zeeman again, and he's going to come back. And Shawan Durries is going to have a talk, and it does look like someone's going to rest for the next 10 minutes, which will be the remainder of this game.
Oh, the crowd on the far side getting involved now as well.
Just a quick word. I was happy with your contest, but you played second play without his arm just diving for the lower limbs. So that's why the advantage was there for.
But it went low.
Yeah, without arm, just with the shoulder. So please, we talk about discipline. Let's improve it.
Oh, there you hear it. Clear as day. Decision time here for Alshon Davids. And it's been brought back a touch more.
Alshon. That's one. So here we have a no arms tackle, and there we have a high tackle. Just one here.
And he's bringing it to the middle of the park, which makes the kick a bit easier. There's only 2 points splitting the teams here, and Xavier Lee Solomons is going to have a go. And there is a breeze that's picked up in the second half that's straight into the face of Xavier Lee Solomons, and a successful conversion here, or successful penalty kick here, would just be worth gold for the men in red.
Well, this is a massive moment, and I'm going to let it just speak and settle for itself. Everybody in red hoping this goes over. Everybody in blue not watching this at all. Xavier Lee Solomons with the penalty to take Roses United back into the lead.
This could be the biggest kick of his short career, Xavier Lee Solomons. All concentration here at Boland Park. Has he going to have enough on that? No, he doesn't. The wind has picked up and he's short. And now Craig van Rensburg kicks it long, finds touch, and another opportunity for Roses. Xavier Lee Solomons has had a strong performance out here today, and so has most of the players out on the park. Secured for Roses. Andries again into contact. He's isolated, needs support. Is that turned over? No, says the referee. Come to the right. Davids. Defensively, the Saldanha team has been phenomenal. April now still going on. Roses United. The quicker. He wants to make it 2 in a row. Zeman to Apollos, to the middle they go. Replacements apparently for both teams. 2 sides to go here. Advantage, free ball to play with. Zeman comes to the right, show and go. Doesn't get the hands free. A live wire scrum up. The quicker keeps his feet in. Gains an extra couple of meters. Zeman to April, to the middle they go. Again, it is Chandler Davids. Slow ball now for Zeman. Finds his captain. A lot of experience has Alshon Davids, and they need that now with just 6 minutes to go. Short of 6, forward pass certainly from Garth April. Will come back for the penalty advantage.
Oh, Roses are stepped up here. They are, the intensity has stepped up. They're getting it through the phases yet again. This is very, very kickable. Forget about the breeze. This is well and truly in Xavier Lee Solomon's range. And it's indicated he's going to go for post. It's about just getting across the line here. Whether it's 1 point or 5, it doesn't matter.
There's a tension in the air that he can almost touch. There's a murmur going around Boland Park at the moment. No one knows which way this is going to go. And I myself, co-commentator Eugene Molion, both on the edge of our seats here. It's been a very enjoyable encounter to witness. And Xavier Lee Solomons has another crack, another bite at the cherry. This could make him a hero for years to come. Respect from the crowd as he approaches. That's a good strike. Pushed it to the right, and they'll have to wait another couple of minutes to fight for another opportunity. Will they rue that miss? Xavier Lee Solomons, so competitive, so tight are these matches in the Boland top 12.
Where's Garth April? Maybe big man to step up to that plate. However, there's still time left. 3.5 minutes to go, says the stadium clock. 2 points game this is.
Snyders kicks it long into the hands of Zeman. Andries finds Apollos. Angus Apollos this time. Zeman has to dig for it. Low with a counter rack. Oh, April out the back, the quicker. Big tackle on Jovian, the quicker, and another penalty. Will it be third time lucky? And this is decision time for captain
I think
Alshon Davids. You've got the man there. You've got Garth April with all the experience in the world. Give him the pull. Let him kick it over. Let's secure this final.
Garth April has got ball in hand. I pointed out to you. Why is this man not kicking?
On his shoulder, on his head. We want to check that, okay.
It's going to go to the TMO.
What is a final without some drama?
Jamil?
Some last minute drama. Eugene?
Okay. I'm happy with just the penalty. Just need to make sure whether that player landed on his shoulder or his head.
That's a vital point there. That's where the player landed.
So I'm happy with just the penalty at the moment. I just need to make sure whether that player landed on his shoulder or on his head.
And that's the question, Eugene. And when you pick a player up from the ground, it's your responsibility to bring him down safely.
Is the normal?
Rugby laws, and there are laws, they're not rules, stipulates that if he goes down on the shoulder, yellow card, on the head, or penalty on the head, that's a bit more dangerous. Hansen there, fortunately for him, it does look like he went down on the shoulder. Reckless nonetheless.
Okay, fine. I'm happy just the penalty. Just go with the penalty, Sean. Just the penalty.
Going just with the penalty.
We had Garth April with ball in hand. Now it is Xavier Lee Solomons who kicks it into touch. And is this the last bite at the cherry? We've got 1.5 minutes to go. Line out, crucial line out for captain Alshon Davids. He's got that Sanlam hand, ball in hand, goes to the front, finds his jumpers, not straight, says the referee. And it's almost time for Saldanha to celebrate. One more scrum to go, 2 minutes left in this game.
Well, there's so many players to pick from as well. Let's look on the Roses United. Julius, he's had an awesome game up front. I thought Alshon Davids, he's sort of captained his team well. Yet again, Mark Andries was superb with ball in hand, getting across the line. Then we look on the other side. Samuel Greylock, the captain, was awesome and immense. You also have to mention a whole host of other men. Latif at the breakdown, stealing balls, getting front foot ball for Saldanha. He was on top. Virgil Stoffberg, he got a try as well. There's so many men. This is one of the most difficult one. But our confident player of the match has to be Craig van Rensburg from Saldanha, the number 15. He is your Sanlam confident player of the match.
That is clear, Faz. And the referee brings us back for a reset, and Saldanha won't mind this. And this is just eating away at the clock.
Yeah, and with him being the confident player of the match, the powerhouse, the rainbow chicken powerhouse player of the match will go to Abdurrahman Latif, the number 3 from Saldanha. He was immense, always at the breakdown, and it was he and his initial steal at the breakdown that led to that final try to give Saldanha this 2-point lead.
Cleo Fuss finds his captain. They'll want to hold on to this for the next 90 seconds if they can. 15 only left for Saldanha to keep it with them. Discipline crucial. Stay on your feet, drive through, hold on to the ball, slow it down, says everyone involved. Cleo Fuss again finds a runner. Very, very subtle here, Saldanha. Is that the final moment? Ball goes back, punched out into touch, and Saldanha Bay Rugby Club are the 2025 Sanlam Boland Top 12 champions. Fans are pouring onto this field in Wellington. That is 3 finals and 3 victories for Sanlam or Saldanha.
Well, scenes, joyous scenes. Greylang is down and out. Latif, he's kissing his badge. He's had an awesome game. The men from the West Coast have come to Wellington and they are champions yet again. What a final we have. They turned things around in that second half and they were certainly simply immense. We have to give kudos as well to Roses United. They came back as well. They had chances to win it at the end. But Saldanha are your Sanlam Boland Top 12 champions for 2025.
And you just have to feel for the opposition players. My eye just looked for Xavier Lee Solomons when that final whistle blew, because you know that he is going to take it on himself. Although rugby is a 15-man game or a 23-man game, he's going to take it on himself, and he shouldn't, for missing that final kick. But this rugby final certainly was one of the most enjoyable ones to watch in years that I've watched rugby.
Well, but this was your rainbow chicken powerhouse moment, and that went to Latif. It went for that time. He really contested well at the breakdown. You can see him just lurking around, and then the ball comes loose, and then he's so strong on his feet, and then he manages to get the ball out, contested well, staying on his feet, rips it, and then he just sets it up for Saldanha. And from this moment, they just launch an attack, and this was a Stoffberg try. And look at the line he runs into here. In fact, it was a Van Rensburg try, and over he went. I mean, those two were immense throughout this game, and that is your rainbow chicken powerhouse moment.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant scenes here at Boland Stadium in Wellington. The final score, Roses United 29, Saldanha Bay victorious with 31 points. And this final has lived up to every single bit of hype that was built over this week. Fans are going to enjoy this late into the night. Players are going to enjoy this late into next week. And the club will celebrate for weeks to come.
Well, they are bragging rights for 12 months. Let's not forget that. Saldanha Bay, they missed out last year of the spectacle, which is the final. They have come back and they have played rugby on a level that has brought them success yet again. They were 2-time champions. They are now 3-time champions, Saldanha Bay. And it's going to be a joyous ride back to the West Coast for those men in blue. Men, women, children, I have to say that as well. They've all come down from the West Coast. The wind's probably blowing too much there, but here it is gorgeous weather, and Saldanha Bay are your champions by just 2 points over Roses United.
Fans are certainly enjoying this victory. Roses United came into this slight favourites, probably just based on the stats, and this was the start of the game, and you got the sense that Roses will want to be too good for Saldanha this afternoon. That man, Arendse, scored 29 tries in 21 games this season. There was a stage where he was 2 tries per game until he got his injury. Snyders with the opening score for Saldanha.
Yeah,
I have to mention it, Eugene, those 3 points that they didn't take eventually did not come to bite them in the end. This was a second score for Arendse, and at this stage, when they scored this third one, you got the feeling that this is going to be a bit too much for Saldanha to fight back from.
Yeah, but we also said that halftime probably came at a very, very good time for them, and Saldanha sprung to life in the second half. Greyland came to the fore, and this man, Stoffberg, showing a clean pair of heels, running an absolute magnificent line, diving across, and that sort of set the tone. But again, men, Tiki was also prominent, but no more than this man, Craig van Rensburg. As I said, dyed his hair, made a change to his hair color, but not his skills, not his pace. Again,
that takes his tally. It's 19 points in the final. 19 of the 31 points scored by this man in this final. And help me, Eugene, 48 plus 19. That gives you 67 points in this season.
I don't need to give you any help. Roses, they never gave up. They came back again. They've shown us why. They've only lost once this whole entire season. This was their second loss for a whole of 2025, and that just shows their dominance and also a great season.
It's been a brilliant final, and we're going to go down to Trevor with the post-match proceedings.
Soos gekies is deur julle by die huis, try of the tournament, CJ Swarts aan die pad van Botterrivier. Forward of the tournament, Fredsenal Afrika van Robertson Town. En dan die agterspeler van die toernooi is Gershwin Afrika aan die pad van Worcester Villages. En dan niemand anders as die Donneweerbus, Marco Jones van Robertson Town as speler van die toernooi. Baie dankie. Dames en heren, nou kom ons by die wedstrijd wat so pas klaar gespeel het. En dan die powerhouse, die Rainbow Powerhouse, gaan aan niemand anders as Emile Boysen van Saldanha Bay. Take it down, play of the day gaan aan Easton Arendse van Roses United. En dan take it down, play of the day vir Saldanha, Darren Visser. Ons is gekom by die Sanlam Confidence Player. Kan die manne net hulle pryse kom haal? Sanlam player of the day is niemand as Kryk van Rensburg van Saldanha.
Kom ons gee 'n ander klap vir Kryk van Rensburg.
Kryk, hoe voel dit om vandag hier op Boland die Sanlam confident player te wees?
Jo, is 'n ander gevoel. Dankie julle se vader vir die groot met talent. Jo, kan ek nie glo nie. Here,
Baie dankie en geniet die wen.
Saldanha, can we have...
Dames en heren, ons het so pas 4 minute. Ek gaan die wenspan oproep na die podium. Die wenspan Saldanha kan julle plekke invat. Saldanha kan julle plekke invat. Dames en heren, ek gaan die wenspan na vore roep. Dames en heren, julle dink ook seker nou ons ras dit, maar ons het nog net 2 minute oor vir die ligtyd. Ons wil graag hê dat ons kampioene die beker moet lig op live televisie. Die bestuur en die span, julle kan vorentoe kom, julle kan kom. En dan wil ons ook net vir Roses United sê, die naaswenner. Dames en heren, julle nuwe Sanlam Boland top 12 wenner. Kom ons wag vir dit, tot hulle allemaal hier achter is. Hier gaan ons nou, dames en heren, die nuwe Sanlam Boland top 12 wenner is niemand anders as Saldanha Bay van die Weskus. Saldanha Bay was afgeskryf in hulle eerste ronde, maar hulle is kampioene. Die Sanlam Boland kampioen Saldanha Bay van die Weskus.
rugby showcase here. Look at this replay. Simple hands, ball goes out wide. Look at this. I said it's all about skill. It's all about precision. Pinning the man, passing it out, and look at him go. All the way, CJ Swartz. Hey!